going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to talk about 5 reasons why you should buy an E46 in 2021. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to you guys. Thank you very much for my 1,000 subscriber. I do have plenty of content left to make, and obviously I do want to share my experience with the E46 platform with you guys. So without further ado, getting right to number 1. The first reason why how come you should buy a BMW E46 is because these are starting to slowly creep up in terms of pricing. Now, the recent 330i model ZHP on Bring a Trailer, it recently sold for $28,000 USD. This is actually very good news for us 330i owners out there, due to the fact that these cars are becoming more and more sacred and more rare. A lot of people are starting to realize the potential of this chassis, and a lot of people are starting to scoop up the very mint models. So my advice for you is to look for a BMW E46 330i with low mileage, and look for rust issues. Make sure you look for the underbody, make sure you look for the quarter panels, the rear quarter panels, and make sure that when you're buying and scooping these models up for personal use, that you do a visual inspection. Number 2 reason why how come you should buy an E46 today is the parts are very obtainable. Yes, the maintenance work on these vehicles, yes, they are extensive, but the good news is the OEM parts are very easily obtainable locally as well as online. Speaking of online, there are a very rich forum of community E46 owners out there that has extensive guides on retrofits, on do-it-yourself projects, and that is honestly where I started. I started off online at e46fanatics.com, and I learned my way up, starting with your basic oil changes all the way up to retrofitting an OEM M-Tech 2 body kit. So these parts are actually very easily sought after, and there's no shortage of parts. Checking in with BMW, they're still producing E46 parts at their dealership, so they are not discontinuing this line anytime soon. Now, the third reason why how come you should invest in a BMW E46 330i is these cars are very inexpensive to purchase. Now, living in 2021, obviously everyone has been working from home and everyone has been looking to downsize. I know myself, my wife returned her car because the fact that she works from home and she no longer needs to commute to work. So therefore, we decided to get rid of her car. And a lot of people are doing the same thing around the world, or at least in the GTA. A lot of people are downsizing, a lot of people are getting rid of their secondary car and just relying on one car. And honestly, if you're in the market for the E46, now is the time. Now is the time to look for the 330i model, due to the fact that it has the M54 engine, inline 6-cylinder, and it's one of the most powerful models out there compared to your 320, 323, and 325. Fourth reason why how come you should buy a BMW 330i is the looks. Now, in my opinion, the E46 platform is one of the better generation chassis out there. If you look at your G80 series, your F series, the grille is starting to lose its originality and it's starting to look a little bit exaggerated. And personally, the grills on the E46 are the best looking. They definitely are a timeless design, and if you look at the rest of the body lines, they just look more at place than the rest of the cars. Now, if you're looking at, of course, the more sought after E30 series, the E30 M3, those body lines on that car is of course coming back, and they are considered vintage and classic. Those are of course a little bit more sought after in 2021, but if you're looking for something a little bit more obtainable, the E46 is your best bet. Of course, when you invest in an E46, at the beginning of your journey, definitely is going to look a little bit out of place, a little bit ugly, due to the fact that, like I said before, without the sport suspension, it looks like you're riding on a 4x4, and the orange lights can look a little dated, but nothing like a little cosmetic mod and cosmetic add-ons here and there will do the trick. So definitely number 4, I would say, is the looks of the BMW E46. And last but not least, these cars are very good first cars. Now, I've had this car for over a decade, and honestly, I learned a lot doing DIY projects with this car. It's very friendly, and like I said, there's a lot of people that upload a lot of DIYs and retrofit guides, and this was my first car that I personally experimented on. And of course, a lot of people are gonna say these cars are not reliable, these cars break down on you, but that's not necessarily true. As long as you do your regular oil changes on the hood religiously, as long as you take care of those gaskets, you can have a solid running E46, and most importantly, a powerful and fun one as well. These machines are very, very agile, and they're very low to the ground, to the point where it's fun, and it's definitely a car that you could take on and off the track. Of course, with age and with time, the electronics on this car will definitely fail on you. Like, say for example, the E46 computer module, I had to replace that due to the fact that it was dying on me a little bit. And of course, I had to update the radio so that I can have auxiliary compatibility. But those are very, very little compared to what you have to do with the modern day cars nowadays. So these cars, they're very, very easily to get into, and I would definitely recommend you buying and stepping into one if you're in the market today. So there you have it, guys. These are the top 5 reasons why you should get into an E46 BMW in 2021. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think that you should definitely recommend a friend to buy one, or maybe you're looking one yourself? So let me know what you think. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Until then, see you next time.